Alright guys, I'm going to show you some cool things we can do with our dinosaurs. So we left off, here's my guy. I'd shown you a little bit about how to manipulate him, give him an eye, some teeth and so forth. But let's show you some other cool things you can do here. So I can start to play with my guy a little bit. Let's say I want to give him kind of a mean eye. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to turn off Object Snap and create another circle. I'm going to use Trim Tool, select both these guys. There you go, kind of cool eye. I can then select that, maybe I want to move it a little bit. There we go, looks like a more appropriate place for the eyes. Other cool things I could do is I can give him some polka dots. Okay, Circle Tool. And I'm just pressing the space bar, it's just like the return. Brings up the last command I used, kind of saves me some time. And then I'll use Trim Tool. I just use TR that time. Once you guys start using the quick commands, you'll be happy. And I can trim out the parts of the circles that I didn't want to show. Boop-a-doo. There we go. And I got a little polka dot there. Other things I can do. Let's use the Polyline Tool here. And I'm going to create some flames. Okay. So I'm going to click there. Again, it said specify first point, and it says specify next point, or, and again, it gives you the options. I'm going to do arc, because I want to do some flames have arcs to them. They're not straight lines, so I'll do A for arc. And I don't want the flame to look like that, so I'm going to do S for second. And I'm going to click right about there. And I'm going to start to do some kind of cool flames. Okay, I'm going to do S for second again. Maybe I don't like that. So here's the good trick to know. U is undo. U. Let's do S one more time. There we go, there's some cool looking flames. S. S. And I'll turn on my Object Snap. Boom. You can make some cool flames in there. Polyline, A. Get a little part coming off of it. Oh, turn this off. It's going to bother me for a sec. Also, turn it back on. It's just F3. Save me some time. I don't like exactly how that one came out. I can click on it and I can kind of start manipulating it. F3, turn off my Object Snap again. I'm going to move it. There we go. Kind of some cool flames going on there. I can play with it a little more if I really wanted to. I don't know. Not really that big a deal. F3, turn Object Snap back on. Same deal. You can manipulate it a little bit. Cool. Alright, maybe I'll give him a sweet horn. F3 turns my Object Snap on. AS. Cool. Do lots of things with your dinosaur. Get creative, have fun. I didn't show you this, but with this little issue here, so I can use the Extend tool. It's just like the Trim. Again, it says select boundary edges. This is the opposite of cutting. This is where I want to go to. Enter. Oops, try that one more time, sorry. Enter. There we go. Extend. Okay, now here's a fun one. I'm going to use the Hatch tool. H is Hatch. Again, keeps track of everything I do down here. Now, give it a second. There we go. And I'm going to go solid, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick some colors. Let me use red. I'm going to make these flames cool. And maybe I'll give his eyes red too. Alright. I can go hatch. I can change my color. I can go select colors. And I can do either index or true as well. But we'll just keep it simple for now. Let's go with this kind of army green. Now this won't work if you haven't made sure that your lines are closed. Okay. Just realized I didn't forget to trim out this guy. Trim. Here's something I forgot to show you in the first video, but it's very important to save. So, lots of different ways to save. Before I get too far into this guy, I want to start saving. And really, you guys need to be saving about every 5 minutes, and I'm bad about it too. But no excuses. I can't say. If you lose something, it happens to everyone. AutoCAD loves to crash. There's nothing I can do about it to fix it. So, I'm going to go ahead and save. So a couple ways I can save. I can go here and I can go to the A, pull down the save. I also can go here and I can use this fancy little thing. It was called a floppy disk. Once upon a time we used those, and that would do the same as save as well. I can also do Control S, which is quick save, and that would be a save. Now, I haven't saved this yet, so I want to know where I want to save it. To save, this is very important. You guys will need to pull down your save in menus. You guys will need to go down to the one that has your name, and yours says your name, and then it should say Paulina and some other stuff in parentheses. But this is what you want. You don't want to go to your name here. You don't want to go to libraries. You want to go to this one. Then you can go to My Documents from there. Then you can create a new folder, and there it is on the bottom. Oops, I'm going to go back because I want to name my new folder. You're going to call this new folder, drafty one. And now save as Dino. Perfect. Save. Now, every 5 minutes, every couple minutes, always go just Control S, save. See the Q save down there. Hit this guy. That'll do a save. Pull this down. Do a save. You can never save too many times. You're always going to be happy when you never lose more than a couple minutes worth of work, because AutoCAD will crash. I can almost guarantee it. So dinosaur's looking pretty cool. I'm going to do some more hatching. H for hatch. Let's give this guy some cool spots. We'll go with some purpley spots. And you guys can do lots more with this. Just kind of trying to show you the ropes. I'm sure we have a purple horn too. Okay. Other things I can do is I can select this guy. I can go copy, or CO for copy. And again, instructions down here, specified base point. Click here. I can start to create an army of dinosaurs. Okay. Well, who's my army of dinosaurs going to fight? Let's take one of these guys. And I'm going to use a combination of different selecting modes to get everything in here. There we go. So I didn't want to select this guy. CO again. Let's put one over here. In this case, now I want to mirror them. I want them to fight these guys, so I'm going to select them. Use the mirror tool right here. I'm going to click on this. Now here is, I can rotate it, I can guess, or I could use the ortho mode right there. Ortho mode only lets me do things in certain 90-degree angles. Oh, let's try to do it one more time. Oh, erase source. Yes. Perfect. And now I got a dinosaur to fight these guys, but it's kind of outnumbered, so let's select them again. Let's use the scale right there. Specify base point. I'm going to turn off, F3, turn off. Auto snap, and look at that. Now he's a little better matched. Make him bigger to fight. So you guys can play with this. My advice is try these things up here. See what they do. Text, anything, all this stuff up here. The worst thing that happens is you press U for undo, and you start over. No big deal. So enjoy, have fun. All right, guys.